Hello, friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sallycat Plays Blades of Exile. It's that time again, where I get to identify a bunch of stuff, sell it, and use that money to pay for training. It's also time for me to remember that I'm using the numpad to navigate, not the WASD keys. Another steel broadsword. A plain leather sling. Okay. I was hoping that would be magical. The ice shield, on the other hand, is magical. Protects from cold. Oh, that could have been useful several minutes ago. Medium speed potion. Iron large shield. Alright. An iron axe. Okay, not great. Iron chainmail. Me. I've got as good or better. Iron gauntlets. Not very exciting. Iron bar, also not very exciting. Another speed potion. Zan only has a crude shield. Oh right, Erin also had a crude shield, but she got the steel shield. Ice shield has rather good defense, but also some encumbrance. Decisions. An alabaster lizard if I want to summon a giant lizard. Ooh, lightning rods. Cursed ring. Bronze knife. And ruby. Alas, I cannot sell the cursed ring. Okay, the Iron Large Shield actually does have better base defense than the Ice Shield, and similar encumbrance. Might use that on someone. So Zan can't hold things. There we go. Zan, you get protection from cold. Hooray. You have iron gauntlets, you have iron gauntlets, and you have iron gauntlets. Okay, bronze gauntlets have the same encumbrance and not quite so good defense. So I shall sell you. And Crichton and Rydell do not get gauntlets because they are mages. And they need their fingers free to do the magical things. Magical jazz fingers or whatever. However, nimble gloves aid in thieving. Okay, they don't actually have much of a defense bonus, but still giving them to Chiana. Maybe I'll give Chiana the magic helm as well to offset the loss of defense. Hopefully that doesn't weigh Aaron down too much. Okay, Crichton gets the lightning rods because he's the one with throwing weapon skill. And the cursed ring can just go on the floor. Now that the exciting world of inventory management is done, exciting world of training time. Rigel, what do you need? You need everything, probably. You need more strength so you can carry stuff. You need more spell points so you can be useful. Zan finally has a level that I can use for something. Give her a point of strength, also for carrying of stuff. And a couple more spell points. Crichton... You know what? I might be a little silly. Increase Crichton's ability with thrown missiles. And also spell points. Chiana... I could stand to increase her warrior skills, but actually... have been wanting a little more item lore. Maybe some mage lore, too. Dargo now... A few more spell points for general utility stuff. There we go. And Aaron... You have some archery skill, not a lot. And here, have some mage lore just in case I need that. Somebody's gotta. Right. The next thing I'm supposed to do... According to the paper's mission scroll, once I have the Empire records from the ruined fort, deposit them in a hidden crack in a Salathni storeroom. And those Empire papers were found deep in the ruined Empire fort. They look like accounts of troop movements and records of past actions. This is probably what the Hill Runners wanted. So remembering from when I first got here, we can kick the door in and interact with this slightly odd-looking piece of floor. You notice at the base of the counter, the gap in the floor Canizares told you about. It's a crack, about a foot long, in the floor at the base of the counter. The Empire papers would just barely fit inside. Do you drop the papers down the crack? You drop the papers into the crack, and they disappear from sight. You can only hope they get to whoever wants them. Now I wonder if there's a network of tunnels under Salathni that we don't get to know about. Spies hiding in the Underdark. Or the sewers. So, hey Canizares, we did the thing. We completed our mission. You have retrieved the papers. Well done. You've proved yourselves worthy enough to get your next contact. You should go see O'Grady in the town of Muck. Ask him of rebellion, and he will aid you. He gives you a piece of paper, saying all this. I will be departing soon, as I suspect the Empire knows of me. Welcome to the Resistance, and good luck. So the secret keyword for asking about the rebellion is rebellion. That seems a little too obvious there. Yeah, I have some doubts about the intelligence and effectiveness of the rebels right now. There's a note on the door. It says, temporarily closed. We'll be back soon. Also, right now I remember, I have a brass key that will probably unlock this door. You try the door just ahead. It's quite locked. Fortunately, the brass key you found fits nicely. The door is now unlocked. The floor is still very hurty. You've stumbled upon a hidden weapon storeroom. It looks like some of the rebels have cached blades here, in preparation for something unpleasant. Oh my. So some broadswords, some shields, some chainmail, and poison. Nothing I really need. So let me see this O'Grady scroll. Canizares gave you this scroll. It tells you to go find O'Grady in a town called Muck, and ask him about the rebellion. He'll help you. But first, let's go to Willow and tell them that we have successfully infiltrated the rebels. The voice appears and asks, have the papers been returned? You answer in the affirmative and tell of how O'Grady is your next contact. Excellent. Go see her. This next contact will surely give us more information. Also, Canizares disappeared after he gave you your next contact. We will be unable to arrest him. Go now. Hopefully, the next step will turn out better. Okay, all the stuff you know, and you aren't able to figure out where Canizares went. Good job. So it seems there are no real consequences to skipping a step or two in the infiltration process here. But what if I go back to Willow after getting the papers, but before giving them to Canizares? Or, well, not giving them to Canizares, but after getting the papers, but before depositing them and returning them to the rebels. You sit in the throne, and it shocks you. When you jump up, the voice says, "You fools! We told you to return here and clear any rebel missions before performing them, and yet you got the papers on your own. Had the papers been in any way useful, you could have done great harm. Do this again, and you will be severely punished. Now sit." You sit in the throne again. The torches flicker and darken. The voice says, "You have the papers. We have investigated, and found that there is nothing in them that can possibly help the Hill Runners. Go ahead and follow the instructions. Return the papers, and then go see what other missions they give you. Return, and clear those missions with us. We may be making headway. Jane sends his compliments. That is all. The light returns." So I get a slap on the wrist for skipping one check-in, and absolutely nothing for skipping two check-ins. Teehee. Does anything happen if I sit in the throne before doing anything significant? It just gives me the same message. Okay. So find the town of Muck and speak with O'Grady. I believe Muck is somewhere to the north. I'm pretty sure I've investigated all of the farmhouses. Yep, Zaskiva and Muck North. I believe the rebels are this way. Warning, hill runner activity to northeast. Only go northeast with proper Empire escort. Now, have you seen the weapons I'm packing? I'm my own escort. Probably there will be someone guarding this bridge. The bridge is heavily worn, and has had 2 ruts worn into it by the passage of many sleds. To the east, you see a thick forest. Wide swaths of wood have been cut from it, and dragged to the south to build the cities there. The guard post by the bridge is empty, and nobody is traveling the roads. This area is the no-man's land between the rebels to the northeast and the Empire cities to the south. Okay, maybe no one is guarding the bridge. Sure. Fall to the south and Buzzard to the northeast. Empire scum, stay away! This is Hill Runner territory! So what happens if I go into Hill Runner territory before I'm supposed to? You climb up the steep road into the mountains, which, so you've heard, are filled with hill runners and other rebels. You certainly haven't seen any. However, as you climb farther up, you start to suspect you're being closely watched. It's not surprising. You doubt anyone moves into these mountains without being instantly spotted. You have definitely been watched as you climbed. A band of rebels show themselves well above you on the hills above the path. Many have bows and arrows, others crossbows. Some stand ready to roll rocks down onto you. One of them shouts, "We don't know if you're friend or foe, but you aren't welcome here. Turn back, adventurers." Okay. Rebuffed, you turn back. The rebels may have welcomed you here, but they don't trust you enough to let you near their stronghold. By welcomed me here, do you mean welcome me onto this island in general? There's a narrow bridge up here, built over a thinner section of the river. You cross it with care, the water pounding over the rapids not far below you. I think there's something of at least small interest around these mountains, but I don't remember what it is. Also, I miss having my Orb of Thralny, and being able to fly across rivers. I need to go back and, exterminate those ogres in the other mountains. You find some creatures sunning themselves on the beach. They insist on maintaining their privacy. Spiny worms, okay then. Undamaged, of course. Here, have a Hydra. Ah! Okay, Hydra took out one of the spiny worms basically all on its own. Good Hydra! Good spitting Hydra. And I get absolutely no special dialogue from that. Yay! That looks like a thin spot of wall. Ah, but it's not a secret passage. Is there anything back here? Jeff, why make this whole path and only put spiny worms on it? Harumph. Oh, right, the swampy marshy area. Another place that I need to come back to. Let's go do that then. Oh, hi. I remember you. Okay, yeah, if Aaron's only getting 2 AP per round, then something needs to change. Dope. I was going to say let's take the direction that doesn't have me walking through swamp, but they both do. The swamp folk might be vegetarians. They're using this room to cultivate large, white toadstools. Piles of compost are arranged about the room to aid growth, and the crop seems to be quite successful. I do like being able to actually do damage with throwing weapons, and on a character with not that much dexterity, too. Bronze Ring of Accuracy really helps with that. Also, thank you to the commenter who said that Rings of Accuracy help with ranged weapons, and Rings of Skill are exclusive to melee damage and hit chance. I didn't specifically know that about Rings of Skill, but it does make sense. You find the remains of a patrol of Empire soldiers, bodies scorched and seared by the acid of the swamp folk. Oh well, at least the weird humanoids didn't eat them. Or the leather armor. Ah, giant slug! I don't like things that can spit acid on me. You know, I could try buying more spells for Rigel, or I could buy him ranks and priest spells, and then he can automatically get wound, and bless and heal. I might just do that. Ugh, 21 from acid. Who's got the basic powder? Chiana already does. Yay! On the body of this former captain, you find a note. Go ahead to Swamp Point. An informant has told us that there was a hill runner outpost out there. He seemed trustworthy. Valak. Well, apparently he was not. Okay, apparently whatever else is out here is not close enough to want... Bleh, bleh, bleh. Back entrance. Okay, Zan, you might have kind of a lot to do today. 5 damage from acid, that's not that bad. Oh, don't acid Rigel. Yeesh. Honestly, having Aaron or Chiana just go up solo and whack them with a flaming sword might be a good plan. Okay, appears to be an outer ring and an inner ring. Also, I'm not doing a particularly thorough job of searching for secret passages right now. If I see any conspicuously empty areas in the map, I might. Ooh, 26 damage, yes. Also, I'm supposed to be looking for geodes in here. Though I don't know how deep in they are. Hi. Now let's see, Chiana's level 24. Aaron is still level 22. Let's swap swords. And of course, Rigel's long light doesn't last as long as Crichton's. At first, you think the swamp folk have piled huge piles of slime and gook in their lairs. Then you realize that these are the creatures' beds. They sleep in large heaps of compost. The result of all this compost is that these caves are very warm and smelly. At least there don't seem to be lethal amounts of methane. If these things weren't so fragile, it could be fun to capture soul something with an acid touch. But that's what the Hydra's for. So much for being hasted. Ah, finally, found a swamp geode. They're hard to spot on the white floor. What the? Since when can swamp people throw spells back at me? Swamp Shaman casts Flame Strike. That's a level 5 spell. And very painful. So somewhat more hit points than the standard swamp folk, if he can survive a fireball. And yeah, 5th level priest spells. And a lot of magic points to cast them with. Why? Ah, there's another one. And it's got Martyr's Shield now. Why do enemies like summoning so much? Okay, Crichton is not in a good spot to hit anything with a fireball. Now he is. Okay, somewhat better loot perhaps. Dust of Hiding. That's a new one. You add or lose Sanctuary. Nice. If I ever used Sanctuary anyway. Okay, whoever's getting hit with acid seems to be pretty good with resisting it. So Crichton, I don't know what you're doing, but keep it up. Ooh, mystery gem. Like most humanoid races, the swamp folk seem to have a freaky religion all their own. They've painstakingly carved out several obelisks here, and etched drawings in the sides with their own acidic secretions. There are also piles of rocks, each topped with one or two of the pretty geodes you found in these caves. I hope we're not taking too many objects of ritual significance to these folks. Crude etchings of swamp folk have been etched into the side of this obelisk in acid. They're probably all the same. These feel like grave markers or something, so I think I will leave these geodes here. The other geodes scattered about the cave are fair for the taking as far as I'm concerned. After all, they'll sell for like 50 gold each. Oh, a bunch of you. Okay, I need to get Chiana more arrows that aren't exploding because I don't want to waste them on relatively weak enemies. Okay, I think that's basically everything. Now to get out of here. I said get out of here. I'm pretty sure there's nothing secret hidden in the corners. Oh, I am wrong. Probably just a few extra geodes. Yes, one should always investigate suspiciously empty corners of map. Okay, nothing in that corner. I declare this good to go. Wrong direction. So much poison. Just imagine Zan gritting her teeth and putting out an aggrieved sigh. Okay. Well, that's that side of this river. Except maybe it isn't entirely? Right, I can... Okay, I just can't see whatever's on the other side yet. Back to Liam and Kim the Sage. She takes the geodes and pays you for them. Thank you. This will be a great help in my research. And some help in my training and buying of spells. Where did I stop? Let's see, with current gold level, nothing here that I want to buy enough. I do need to remember that Zan does have Flame Strike, though. And yeah, Willow has the mage. Oh, yes, you. I don't remember if I need to be in combat mode to cast this. Capture Soul! Empire Archer resists. Aw. I can only cast that once. Fine then, keep your secrets. Fourth level spells and fifth level spells. What do I not have is Magic Map and Dispel Barrier. I can't afford Dispel Barrier right now. I do have a few piercing crystals, and Magic Map might come in handy. And now I am poor. going to save exploring this bit for a little later. I don't know if we actually get ordered to investigate Fall at any point. The road ends abruptly here, the ambitious Empire construction halted by the beginning of the war with the Hill Runners. I don't feel like scouring these mountains for secret passages right now, but sometimes I see a spot that looks sort of obvious, you know? A group of seedy types have set up a small fort here, in order to do things of questionable legality. Adventurers are always welcome. They gladly welcome you in. Because I, too, do things of questionable legality. There's all manner of brigands and rebels inside, drinking and bartering under a temporary truce. Other people are running a small bazaar of goods with a variety of origins. Do you shop? Okay. I was going to say, at first this sounds like a random item shop. It is not, but it has some interesting stuff. Boots, lockpicks, weak poison, and magic gauntlets. Okay, I can get piercing crystals here and magic lockpicks. Who's got lockpicks? Oh, 720 gold. Ugh. Exorbitant. Darn you. I could just buy a set of fine lockpicks. That's probably good enough. Hee hee hee. And yet another huge swamp. And the town of Muck, right on the edge of the swamp. Appropriately named, then. Morrow Marsh. Well, if this is Morrow Marsh, what was the other one called? I feel like this island has kind of a lot of empty space in it. Anyway. Time for some vengeance on those ogres, huh? A lot of ogres are up here, ready to throw rocks on people coming up the path below. They are quite put out to find that you flanked them. They rush to attack. So ogres, ogre warriors, and ogre freaks, but no ogre mages, so this shouldn't be that bad. Hehehehe, firestorm. I should have saved some of those for Zan. Yay. So there's probably yet more ogres up here. I could rest, but I'm actually totally fine on health and not that bad on spell points. The ogres keep their pets in caves down here. They must feed them by sending prisoners to walk up this path. At least, that's what all the gnawed bones suggest to you. Oh, bears. The ogres must love their pet bears very much. Each one wears a collar, and each collar has a semi-precious stone set into it. This expedition suddenly became very profitable. Plus 500 gold. I can live with that. I feel a little bad for killing something's pet bears, but less bad when they were probably eating human prisoners. You reach the ogre's main lair. Not surprisingly, they knew you were coming. There are quite a few of them, and they're mean-looking. Really mean-looking. Oddly, they haven't attacked yet. Their chief seems to be holding them back. Perhaps, for once, some monsters are showing respect for your abilities. If you want, you can attack them. Or you could just leave. As you walk away, one of the ogres shouts an insult at you. Fortunately, it's in Ogrish, so you can't understand it. The ogres have piled lots of smelly trash and rancid meat here. Unpleasant, feral creatures have taken up residence, living it up on their debris. Monster etiquette, of course, demands that they attack you. So monster etiquette gives me mung rats, a spore beast, a spitting fungi, and a giant slug. I've had better fights. I hate giant slugs. Okay, you're the spore beast, you're not that interesting. Finally. So, spitting fungi. Not that much health, it does have acid spit. I think I prefer my Hydra. There might be undiscovered treasure under all this gunk. Unfortunately, the goo is gross beyond all human understanding. It will just have to stay undiscovered. That's right, leave it for future archaeologists, perhaps. Okay, now I can attack the ogre stronghold. Oops, that's why they were waiting. They wanted to buy some time, so their mages could cast spells while you charged. The world begins to speed up around you. Then the ogres attack. Oh darn, this one does come with ogre mages, and I was slowed, but it wore off pretty quick on most of my characters. How do I tell the difference between an ogre and an ogre warrior? The chief's the one in green. I think the ogre warriors look just like the other ogres. Just for funsies. Ogre warrior is charmed. Unfortunately, charming that one does somewhat mess up positioning for a wall of force. Oh, that poor charmed warrior is getting mobbed. Ogre mages, I think, are resistant to fire and possibly also magic. That doesn't mean I won't use it on them, of course. Okay, so they really don't like Crichton right now. Hey, guess what? I've got ranged attack! I've also got a Hydra. Please stop summoning demons. Yeah, even if I had level 7 spells, I don't know where I would find Ravage Spirit. Let's take another spell I rarely use. Here, have some distractions. That's entirely too many summons on the field. Ooh, Crichton's almost out of spell points. Eat magic dart. Well, it's a good thing I saved before doing this fight now, isn't it? Never good when your priest dies. Well, let's try that again. Let's see if exploding arrows works any better here. Oh, that was so good! Can I take this out with just my casters doing melee? Yes, I can. Holy crap! Still not dead, though. Zan, as much as I would like you to beat face with your mace, or your flail, healing is required. Yay, Rigel killed something. Eek. Oh good, they're all dead and I'm still alive. Barely. The Ogre tribe destroyed, their loot is laid out for the taking. You leave the questionable meat behind, instead filling your packs with all manner of gold and trade goods. In addition, you find a potion, a necklace, and a scroll tube. Not a bad day's work overall. Not bad indeed, but now I really must rest. But I don't have enough food, oh dear. I'm going to go fix all of that, and I will see you all in the next episode. Until then, have a good one, and take care, everybody.